Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Trade Talks Live. I am Roger Wakefield. I've been plumbing for 45 freaking years. 1980. That's when it all started. I know. That's been a day or two. That's been a day or two. Brother Chris in the house. Construction Cronies, how are you doing? Man, I want to say hello to everybody. And look, if you've been here before, welcome to the show. If you haven't been here before, if you haven't been here before, welcome. Jump in, ask some questions, make comments. We'd love to hear from you, see what you got to say or think or feel or whatever. But guys, look, we do this each and every day because of y'all. I learned a long time ago that you could get up every day, study your niche, your business, your industry, your profession for 30 minutes to an hour. And the more you learn, the more you can earn. So I just wanted to tell y'all that's why we do this each and every day. So you don't have to get up and do that. Why not? Well, we put together a whole bunch of great information, bring it to you, and we talk about all the trades. The reason being is we can learn from other tradespeople. We can learn from other trades. We can watch what they're doing and say, wow, if we did something like that, that could be amazing. So welcome to the show. And as you see, I am not standing here alone.
That's it. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to Tequila Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. It's typically Tequila Tuesday around here.
There will be tequila and thirst involved.
There will be. Probably more thirst for the pumpkin around here.
Whoa. I need to carry that bottle of pumpkin.
We're getting ready. We're just, it's holidays time.
I need to carry that bottle of pumpkin home. Oh, see, I made something for my team. I make a thing called liquid pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
It does not suck.
It doesn't. I know I didn't have any yesterday, so I'm gonna have to hit it today. So we're good.
I think at least I'd drank enough for you.
That's probably.
I'm just saying.
But I'm Henry Wakefield, everybody, 20-year pipe fitter by trade. Now I get to run LeakPro, and we would like to thank LeakPro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks, where we get to build the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. And
every freaking day.
That's it. And I always suggest the complete kit if you're a plumber out there, because you don't know where the leak is. If it's in the yard, you're going to want that probe. That's what we love for that meter to the home service, irrigation lines, things like that. But then there's also that sidekick that comes in that kit. And it's my favorite, the pistol grip style with that aluminum rod, which eliminates the layer of concrete so that you can hear the leak underneath. So check out the complete kit at our website, leak.pro. But also, if you're in the trades and you've got a good story that others should hear and learn from, visit leak.pro and submit it there on that contact form. I want to use it for this show and start sharing stories from the field for others to learn from. So drop it in there for me.
I love that. And guys, we do what we get to do because it's something I started doing 7.5 years ago. I learned YouTube, but I didn't just learn it. I learned it to where I've grown so good in the trades that I talk to all kinds of different tradespeople. I mean, we got Chris in here, metal framing. Okay. Cool stuff. I love watching what he does. If you hadn't subscribed to his channel, jump over to Construction Cronies on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, see what all he does. But guys, if you want to learn to do YouTube, man, let's talk. Number one, I made a free webinar to help you get started because you don't need a lot of fancy equipment. You don't need to be getting a ton of views already. You don't need much. You just need to know that you need to get started. And if you want to be found for your niche, your industry, your profession, go check out justmetroger.com. Pretty soon you can go to rogerwakefield.com and check it out. But anyway, go check it out. Justmetroger.com and let me know what you think. It is a free webinar and it'll help you get started. And then if you've got a residential service company that you would like help with, if you need a business operating system, you need coaches, consultants, accountability partners, you need things like that, go check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com. All right, back into the comments real quick. Brother Chris says, fantastic, brother. Glad you're doing good up there in the great white north. Chris, have you already got snow up there? Is it cold and freezing yet? Jeremy Rivard says, 3-shot Thursday. I've got employees that had 3-shot Wednesday.
Yeah, they don't wait for Thursday for that around here sometimes.
And then Brother Matt is in the house. Matt McDonough says, Mr. Miyagi of Plumbing and Viking Leak Whisperer. What's up, brothers? Sorry I missed yesterday. Power outages and flooding had me booked yesterday. Yeah, we may get those today. Go LeakPro and Roger Wakefield Plumbing Education. And Brother Chris says, it's important to know about other trades. For me, building the walls and ceilings, I like to know what I'm closing up so I can catch mistakes or make layout changes. Brother, that is good. And see, look, we always talk about all the trades working together. And right there, that's what Chris is talking about. So, man, great channel, good stuff. I love what you do. Okay. Oh, we're
I
looking
saw
at
it. I saw
Alberta.
it coming
It's still
in over
warm
here. Yeah,
and sunny. Yeah, it's snowing everywhere else.
yeah.
Man, I tell you what, brother, I don't like the cold weather. So, I mean, last week it was 80 in Orlando, 80 here. So I'm like, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Y'all have fun. All right. In the national news, Boston approves first underground utility heat loop pilot.
Yeah.
Okay. So kicking things off today with a story. I'll tell you what, I think this is a preview of the future of mechanical work in some big American cities. Boston has officially approved its very first underground utility heat loop pilot for the downtown area. Now, this is big because if you're in HVAC, plumbing, mechanical, even civil, this story's talking to you. A heat loop is basically a shared geothermal system that an entire district plugs into. Instead of each building running its own boiler plant or central utility plant, every building shares a centralized thermal system underground. And that means the old way that we design, the whole way we design is going to change. The design, the install, maintenance technicians maintaining mechanical systems in older cities could be completely rewritten. Imagine walking into a building and say, oh, well, you know what? Instead of putting a boiler in, there's a heat pump here now. We can tie onto this line over here. And guess what? We got heat.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the engineers are already warning that coordination is going to be the name of the game. You're going to have to communicate over abundantly.
Yes.
Okay. These trenches run right alongside the telecom lines, steam tunnels, gas mains, sewers, you name it. If it's underground, it's right there with it. One wrong move and you shut down the entire city block. Now, it also means that service contractors are going to need new skills. Hydronic balancing on a district level, long distance feed routing, and integrating older building systems into modern communal loops. Randy, this stuff's kind of crazy.
It is. And that's why I brought this up, because I'm like, holy cow, like this is a big undertaking, but the advantages could be so cool. Like we did Parkland Hospital, all the boilers were way away from the actual building, and everything was actually piped underground over to the building. Central utility plant, like you said. That's what they're going to create for these areas of the city, is a big distribution. Now, I would love to go build that distribution plant.
Oh, God.
Center.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Oh, my gosh. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. The contractor that gets the cup
Oh,
is going to be like, yeah, we got this.
give me a call.
Yeah.
But, here's the big kicker, guys. Other cities are going to watch this. Okay. New York, Chicago, San Francisco. They've already asked Boston's engineering, hey, can we get some preliminary design notes here?
Yeah.
To get some ideas, see what helps tickle the brain and makes them think of something that fits for their locations and areas. But what does this mean for you trades? It means training opportunities, long-term maintenance contracts, and new bids on projects that basically didn't exist 5 years ago. Okay, we're watching the start of a whole new branch of mechanical work. This could be really cool, guys.
Yeah, and it's really neat because, well, I'll set that over there. Look, guys, anytime something new comes along, you can either say, look, oh, this will never work, or you can jump in and get on board and say, look, how can I learn about this? You look at tankless water heaters when they first came to the United States. You look at different things like that, and it's like, it's crazy, but what are you looking for? Are you looking to just stay the exact same? Well, look, nothing's changing. We're going to keep doing the same thing over and over again. Or do you want to say, hey, what if we were the first ones in this area doing this? Because, guys, if you're looking at stuff like that, the possibilities, they can be amazing. All right, Randy, website review. Now, let's roll into today's website, and we're headed over to the Wet Show Showcase. Okay. Thewetshow.com, one of the biggest wastewater, environmental, and trenchless tech expos in North America. Now, this site isn't just some brochure page. It's a massive catalog of the companies, tools, innovation, underground infrastructure solutions that are going to dominate the next, 10, 15 years. You can scroll through every exhibitor, every product category, and every training breakout. You can watch previews of new jetters, vac units, pipeline cameras, epoxy systems, hydro excavation gear, all of it. Now, if you're a plumber or a drain tech, this is what separates the professionals from the weekend warriors, knowing what's coming before it hits the shelves in your competitor's company. Okay? If you learn what's coming, this puts you ahead of everybody else. Municipalities are leaning hard into trenchless. Sewer districts are upgrading technology. Homeowners are becoming more aware of underground inspections. Thewetshow.com or wetshow.com, this is your research lab. They're bringing you the same stuff that we do each and every day.
That's it, guys. And this is a show that we've been to. I got to go to this guy a couple times now. I love it. If you are a plumber out there, and like, that's why I pulled this up, is for plumbers. But even if you're not a plumber, what's the trade show for your trade where you can go and learn the latest and greatest? And that's why I wanted to bring this up, honestly, is think about what trade show you could actually benefit from.
And it's funny because I see this and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember seeing them.
I know a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, in the field, I never really heard a whole lot about the trade shows and what you could actually learn at them. Now I've experienced them. You can learn so many things because all the manufacturers in our worlds are trying to help us. They love talking to us and getting our feedback and information and perspective, but they love to put the tools in our hands and let us use them too. That's where I get to find out about a lot of cool things that are coming when these shows come. And I just wanted to bring this one up. It's a fun one, especially plumbing based. If you are a plumber, this is a really good one to go check out, whether you're septic, vacuum, hydro vac, everything.
Plumbers, septic tanks, or septic systems, the pump trucks. Oh my gosh, they're pump trucks. They have pump trucks. It's like, man, I could live in that.
Yes. Fancy pump trucks too. You can get some of the wraps that you see at these shows, guys. Like we talk about wraps a lot. Talk about stand out wraps on some of these pump trucks, man. Amazing things and great marketing for yourself. So definitely some cool stuff to go see.
And go down there. Hold on,
magnetic promotions.
What? See that satellite logo?
Yeah.
We got some stuff we need to do with that.
I was thinking about those the other day.
Just saying, got some good stuff here.
But yeah, wet show, man. Definitely a good one. But like I said, everybody, if you're not a plumber, what's the trade show for you? Because they really are beneficial. You can learn a lot and come away with some really great things and knowledge. So,
and guys, if you're not going, you're not growing.
That's it. Like,
I mean, you're really not.
We talk about it all the time. Why do we do this show? To help you learn. This is how we go to learn too. Okay. I go sit in some of the trainings and the sessions and the classes to pick up information and knowledge that's coming out to help share.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's about, guys.
And yeah, Jeremy says AI coordination. It's very possible.
Yeah.
Guys, AI is getting into everything, whether y'all know it or not. Chris from Construction Crony says, I want the safest, most energy efficient system. I need to change out my furnace and water heater next year. The units we make, have me nervous about fire. Yeah, that's scary. Robert Mitchell says, I'm a plumber in a small area in Brazoria, Texas. Man, glad to hear that. Yeah. Glad we're reaching Brazoria County.
I love it. Yes, that's it. Good deal, man.
Chris says, yes, I always attend the manufacturing shows as well to see what new tech or procedure is coming. Yeah, sensors, man.
Yeah.
That they're coming out with cool stuff. I tell you what, I love seeing what they're coming out with plumbing. Chris, it blows my mind. It really does. Jeremy says, I'm curious what the power load shift will be once the loop comes online. Will it be a net power saver? There's a reason they're doing it.
Yeah.
I would say probably so.
Yeah.
And Robert Mitchell says, I've done just about everything. I've had my septic inspector license, also plumbing in the chemical plants. Man, good for you.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Robert. Good to have you in
That's it.
here. All right, business growth. Trade triangle strategy. Now we're going to get into how to grow because this one can change someone's entire year. It's called the trade triangle strategy, and it's built around creating long-term partnerships with 3 groups: realtors, home inspectors, and insurance adjusters. And guys, if you're not connecting with them, you're crazy. Number one, real estate agents. Guys, that's how I started out growing my company. I literally hosted my own networking events with other people. I'd bring in an HVAC guy, a roofer, an insurance guy, a broker. I'd bring in different people and say, hey, look, we're going to buy you drinks. We're going to buy you appetizers. Y'all come hang out. Let's meet. Let's shake hands. Let's visit. And then each one of us is going to get to talk for about a minute. Nothing crazy. But when you stand up in front of a group of realtors and you say, I'm Roger Wakefield, I'm just a plumber. It's not what I said back then. But then you say, and I will treat your customers better than you do. And some of the other real estate agents say, hey, he ain't lying. It works. But these 3 groups have one thing in common. They're constantly dealing with issues that they don't fix, but you can. Realtors need fast repairs to close. Home inspectors, they uncover problems but aren't allowed to touch anything. And adjusters, they need trustworthy assessments so they don't get burned. When you make life easier for them with fast quoting, clean documentation, same-day communication, they'll feed you business every freaking day. Now, there's no advertising cost for this. No Google campaign, no SEO, no chasing likes, no making more videos. You go out and meet people. It's you creating a service triangle that keeps your pipeline full even during the slow times. And once you become the go-to contractor for one person in the triangle, they're going to start telling other people because all 3 talk to each other constantly. And if you're a service company looking to stabilize revenue, this is one of the smartest things you can do at any time. Guys, get out and build relationships. Make it relational, not transactional.
Yeah. And like I said, once you get in with one, word of mouth's going to go around. Why? Because when they find somebody good, it's like, oh my God, you really need to call this guy. He handled everything quick, promptly, professionally. It was great. Great experience. I would like to share that with you too. Guess what? That's what fills your schedule and keeps you busy quickly. Like he said, without having to spend a lot of money, you're dedicating the time to go and meet with these people to build up this triangle. But once it gets to rolling, it gets bigger rolling down the hill.
It's going to snowball.
That's it.
And guys, the cool thing about it is relationships last forever. I still get people message me, say, hey, I got your number from someone who said you're the best plumber they've ever known. It's like, yeah, they're right. Sorry. That snuck out. Well, Junior Miller, I don't know what list you think you're on, but if you got notified, it's because you like plumbing. But welcome to the show. Glad you came.
Yeah.
Bye. Matt McDonough says, okay, gentlemen, the hero signal is in the sky. Brother, I know what that's like. I appreciate what you guys do for the trades. Go LeakPro and Roger Wakefield Plumbing Education, making the trades great again. Love you. Bye. Construction Crony says, that's the best advice. Relational over transactional. Yeah, but we get called clowns sometimes. Yeah. It is what it is.
Oh, good.
Service work. Handling warranty calls without losing your butt or getting a bad attitude. So let's talk about these warranty calls. And let's be honest, nobody wakes up excited because they get to run warranty calls today. They feel like free work. They interrupt the schedule and they expose every flaw in what your work is. If you do one thing bad, they think you do everything bad. But here's the secret. Warranty calls are one of the most powerful branding tools that you could ever use. The customer doesn't care about the paperwork behind it. They care about whether you take responsibility and whether or not you fix the things without making them feel like they're being blamed. A warranty call is more like a repair. It's a trust test. You either pass it and you gain a long-term customer, or you fail it and you lose not only them, but their reviews, their referrals, their future work. That's where it's going to cost you. Great companies use warranty work as training. They track patterns. They look at the root causes. Was it a rush job, the wrong part, a missed step, poor communication? What did the technician or the company do wrong? And it may just be communication. Warranty calls show you exactly where your systems need to be tweaked. And the biggest thing, your attitude is everything. When you show up with ownership and respect, customers remember that forever. And I talk all the time about two different things. Number one of the greatest responses I've ever seen to a customer complaint on social media is, Rebecca, here's my cell phone number. I would like to talk to you. I want to resolve this problem. Now, you're not saying you're guilty. You're not saying you did anything wrong. You're saying, look, I want to resolve the problem. Here's my number. Instead, you could be saying, oh, well, Rebecca, you never told us you wanted that done. Well, now you look like you're argumentative, and that's not what people want. I don't want to hire a company that's going to argue with me. I don't want to hire people that want to argue with me. Why would I hire a company that I'm paying good money to know that they're going to argue with me if I say they don't do something right, that they're going to tell me it was all my fault? You're the professional. Treat it that way. The other thing is a billboard in California. Owner of a plumbing company says, here's my cell phone number. If you ever have a problem, call me. Yep. Every technician knows that it's up there too. And there ain't just one billboard. They're all over California.
That's it. And another big one here is attitude. If you're coming back for a warranty call, let's say it was the work you installed. And guess what? Yeah, it rubs you the wrong way. You're a little pissed about it. But guess what? Do not let the customer see that at all whatsoever. Leave it in the truck.
You bet.
Attitude sets the tone for the job, even on that warranty follow-up, going back and fixing something or whatever it is. Have the right attitude, trying to get that 5-star service, just like any other call, no matter what.
And that's what you always want.
That's it.
Chris says, that's the best advice ever, relational over transactional. And construction cronies, Chris again says, I've done warranty work for an owner for work I never got paid for it, and the GC flaked out on both of us. Yeah, it happens. Led to over $1 million in work this year. Guys, if you treat your customers right, they will remember you forever because they remember how you make them feel. Michael XN something says, I just got hired as a drain tech for Mr. Reuter. Congratulations to you. My first day is Monday, and I'm nervous but excited at the same time. Is there any beginner tips you could give me if possible? Yeah, man, go to my YouTube channel, Roger Wakefield Plumbing Education. Man, look at the videos that I've made for apprentices. Number one, show up with a great attitude. Be ready to learn each and every day. If you don't know something, ask questions. And then to me, the biggest one, never stop learning. Never.
Yep. Don't
Anything
tell
from you.
The biggest one that you just said is don't say you know how to do something if you don't ask the question.
Yeah.
It's okay. You're new. They know that. Ask the questions, especially when you're new. That is the best opportunity.
You bet. And Helping Handyman says, good morning, fellas. Brother, how are you doing? Good to see you in here as always.
Yeah. Happy Thursday.
Randy, MET, tools.
Tools that save your back.
I know where we were going with this.
Okay. Youngsters, listen up. Because when you got to get into tools that actually save your back, okay, literally. It's something you don't think about when you're, I know, neither did I. Now I'm getting older. I really do think about that knee pad every time when we're having to squat down on the floor and stuff like that. Lifting dollies are so easy to grab a hold of. I was a pipe fitter. I learned you don't have to pick everything heavy up and carry it anywhere. No, there's tools that'll do it for you. Quite literally. Lifting dollies, panel carts, stair climbing power dollies.
Those are so cool.
So awesome. It climbs the stairs for you.
The lady plumber's got a video about how she took a water heater upstairs with a dolly. It was like, oh my gosh. She's about yay tall.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I know. She's always on my TV.
She's a plumber and a roofer. And
Yeah.
she owns both companies. And she's like, look, here's how I do it.
I use a refrigerator dolly to move almost everything because I can flip it around and it's got the rollers for the stairs where it cakewalk for me. Material shifters, even small hydraulic lifters. Learned about that doing crack units.
Yeah.
Building data centers. But these are no longer nice to have items, guys. These are your long-term career insurance.
Okay. And think about it like that. It's insurance.
That's it.
It's insurance that your back is going to survive 30, 35 years, however long you're planning on working. Your legs, all that. Because if you're not using stuff like this, look, I manhandled everything and I regret it.
This is called tool maintenance.
Yeah.
Yes, we're all just tools, guys. We
Take care of your
are
tool.
an extension of it. That's
And
it.
your tool may be you.
That's it. Yeah, I'm a pipe fitter. All my welders, I tell them, look, you're your tool in my bucket. Okay, do what I tell you when I tell you. That's it. That's all I need from you, really. And they're like, awesome,
Yep.
sweet, love it. That's what they really want. But every trade has that moment. Okay, moving a water heater, carrying a condenser, wrestling a steel panel, where one wrong twist
God, I've been there.
costs you 6 weeks of recovery. Drop that pipe on your foot. Guess what? You
It's
can't
gonna be
walk
longer than
right
that.
for months. Okay. It's completely avoidable. That's the problem. These tools prevent injuries. They reduce workers' comp claims. They improve morale big time. And they make your apprentices last longer in the trade. Put it in. Get the right stuff. When companies invest in back saving tools of any type, productivity goes up, injuries go down. Techs stop trying to prove themselves through brute force. Most of them.
Yeah.
Not all of them. There's still some knuckleheads, I guarantee it.
There's some of us out there still like to just throw the pipe up on our shoulder just to say, hey, look, see, I can still do it.
That's it. And guys, these aren't toys. They're longevity pieces of equipment. Get them, start putting them into place now. It will save our bodies. And that's what this is really about.
And if you're not saving your body, y'all are in trouble.
That's it.
Okay, Robert Mitchell says, just a question. What is your take on union plumbing? Look, Robert, I was 17 years open shop before I got in the union. Then I put in 25 years in the union, 24 years, something like that. I love the union. Union's a great training program. Had I not had problems with Local 100 here in Dallas, I'd probably still be union. I think the union's great. It's a great education. It's a great training program, great benefits, great money. If you ever hear people in open shop say, oh, the union sucks, ask them, have you ever been in it?
Yep.
Now, I've been in both. So I'll tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly about both. But I'm telling you, at the end of the day, if you want to really learn, the union's a great education. You're going to make great money. And the insurance they have is freaking phenomenal. Hello, Eduardo Molina. How are you? Good to see you in here as always, brother.
Yeah.
And Michael, you're more than welcome, brother. I hope, look, man, jump in here when you can. Let us know how it's going. Tell us your thoughts. We'd love hearing from people like you. And Randy will tell you in a minute about a place that you can go and leave your story because he wants to hear it too. Yep. Jeremy Rivard says, be humble, saying I was wrong and I own it. You will keep customers because they understand mistakes happen. How you handle them when they happen. Yeah, that's when the retention comes in. Man, I love that. That's great. And then Jeremy says, definitely take that 50-pound limit seriously from the safety orientation. Yeah, hold your company accountable. Guys, hold everybody in your company accountable too.
I was actually talking about the 50-pound limit yesterday in the office.
Helping Handyman says, I think the number one thing we disregard as far as protection goes, we don't utilize breathing. Oh, I know.
Oh,
yeah. Because man, once there's like 2 straps on it, that's a respirator. Well, you've got to be trained to wear a respirator. It's like, oh my God, you're killing me. Yeah. But guys, look, we do what we do because of something that I started doing 6.5 years ago. I started doing YouTube. If you think you would like to learn to do YouTube for your business, your industry, your niche, your profession, go check out justmattroger.com. The reason being is that, and I'm flimmy today, y'all. Sorry about that. The reason you want to go check it out is because if you've thought about doing YouTube, but you're not sure that you can, you don't need a lot of fancy equipment. You don't need to be getting a lot of views. You don't have to have a lot of followers to get started, but you've got to get started. So if you want to learn more about it, go check out justmattroger.com. Because if you're not, well, you should be. I'm just telling you, I'm being honest. And if you've already got a business, if you've got a business that you know, hey, look, if more people knew about us, hey, I do something better than everybody else. You know where I really started growing on YouTube? When I started talking about leak detection, when I started talking about whole house water filtration systems. When I started doing that, people were like, oh my God, I'm learning something new. Teach people what you do better than anybody else, because I'm telling you, there's people out there that want to hear it. If you want to find out more about that, go to justmattroger.com. If you've got that business that you want to grow, you need a business operating system, you need coaching, you need training, you need help, go check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com, because me and residentialserviceprofessionals.com both get to help sponsor this video.
That's it. We'd also like to thank LeakPro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks, where I get to build the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. And you can check out the complete kit. It's what we consider the business in a box. It has everything, whether it's a yard service leak or if there's concrete or asphalt above it. Check out the complete kit at our website, leak.pro. But guys, LeakPro training, that's what it's all about. I do a 2-day in-person training here just outside of Dallas, Texas. Guys, this is the standard for plumbers that are done outsourcing leak detection calls. Bring it in-house. Come spend 2 days. 3 trainees max is where I cap the class. I want you to be experienced and leave with the confidence knowing exactly what to do. We'll go through. I'll teach you how to locate the lines, pinpoint locate the leaks under the slab, outside of the slab, even how to go to the clean out outside of a home and determine where a sewer system's leaking, all from the clean out. That slab, it starts out, it's 130,000 square inches. By the end of the 2 days, every mark that you put down is within 12 inches. We call that in the hole. Because if you're going to make a hole, it's a 2x2 to make a repair. You want to be within that. That's what we teach here. Come spend 2 days. We'll run you through 30 to 50 leaks so that you get experience. Give me a call at 8888 LeakPro if you're ready to bring this in-house, or visit leak.pro and book me for a Zoom call there. Let's jump on and have a conversation.
And guys, the coolest thing and my favorite thing about what we've built here is you leave knowing that you can find leaks. It's not like, man, I got this new equipment. Geez, I hope it works. You leave knowing, and knowing it without a doubt.
That's it. And anybody out there, if you've got a story that you feel like others in the trades should hear about, learn from, whatever, I want to start bringing that to this show. So visit leak.pro on that contact, submit a form there. Give me your story. I would love to share it on this show for us. So once again, leak.pro, that's the site.
Robert Mitchell says, tore my bicep tendon completely off the bone. Took a year to recover. I'll tell you what, we may have done the same thing. My bicep detached on the lower. So literally, I mean, my whole bicep was up here. It was crazy looking. And it didn't take me a year, but it took me a while. Chris from Construction Cronies says, yes, air quality and breathing is the one area we suck at big time. They have safety for everything, but the air on the side is not given the attention it's needed. Well, y'all are right there. Definitely agree. Helping Handelman says, Michael, think about your back as a service plumber working on backups on these. Oh my God, those Spartans are heavy machines to get in and off the truck, van. Yeah, everything. So you're right, brother. They are a lot of work. Helping Handyman says, okay, heading out to install some toilets, then a gas valve for a fireplace. Let's go. Stay safe out there, everyone. Thank you, brother. You be safe and make it an amazing day.
Have a great day.
All right, MEP, and why mixed material plumbing systems are causing hidden failures. Mixed material plumbing systems are becoming the norm. Copper tied into PEX, tied into steel, push to fit, press to fit, all threaded brass, all kinds of different things.
Everything.
While it looks like, and while it looks great the day that you install it, months later, you start getting pinholes, corrosion, weird leaks because you're connecting dissimilar stuff.
So much.
Pressure drops, premature failures. Nobody can figure out why. Well, the reason is the materials expand and contract differently. They react to water chemistry differently. They require different torque, different sealing methods, different grounding methods. And sometimes they create galvanic reactions and slowly eat away at the metal. If I hear him, Bailey. Maybe not. Maybe it's my belly. This is a massive opportunity for plumbers who take time to understand compatibility. Inspectors are flagging this more aggressively. Insurance adjusters, they're demanding documentation, and homeowners are getting smarter about why these failures are happening. If you understand the science, you become the authority, and authority is what gets you the higher paying jobs.
That's it. I see so many transitions nowadays, and like especially in service work, you go in to repair something, and actually you end up replacing a whole lot, and you see like 10 different little repairs where they went from this material to this one to this one to this
in
one,
a 3-foot area,
in like in this little bitty space, and it's like, what were y'all doing? Like, dig a little more, replace a little more. Let's just take a big chunk and actually make this thing work, or it's going to just keep repeating. That's why there's 10 repairs there.
And if you say, oh, well, I only did that one repair, you know what? If you've got a line going from there to there and it's 8 different materials already, say, hey, you know what? I'm going to cut this crap out and do it right.
That's it. Please.
You'll look like a rock star.
What you do. I know that makes me think of some of the ones I've seen, like where they took a bunch of short pieces and glued it. It's like, y'all could have done that so different.
Glued
like,
it or welded it or pressed it
whatever.
or pushed it
like,
and
so
or soldered it.
things.
Yeah, it's everything.
That's it, guys.
Randy, where's the word?
Man, tribal nation infrastructure upgrades. Okay. We talk about infrastructure upgrades all over. Don't forget the tribal areas, guys, because one of the biggest untapped markets in the country right now is these tribal nation infrastructure upgrades. And they're across the U.S. Tribal governments they're launching major projects just like our governments. Water treatment plants, medical clinics, housing developments, administrative buildings, and renewable energy projects.
Those are my favorite.
Sounds like the rest of the country.
It does, don't it?
What makes this especially attractive is that tribal governments don't follow the same drawn out state permitting. Okay. Their projects move quicker, and they really do. I got to do some. They keep it moving. There's not many delays that get to happen on any of those projects. Their scopes are way clearer because they know exactly what they want, and they're not scared to tell you. And their funding is strong because these infrastructure upgrades, they've been needed for a long time, and they are ready to back them. If you're a plumber, electrician, HVAC, civil crew, welder, all of it, these are all stable, well-funded, multi-year projects. So if your company has never pre-qualified for tribal work, get on it, guys. Start looking into them, start talking to them, take them to dinner, go hang out at the casino, start to meet some of the right people.
Why you gotta say that?
Well, because the ones that I've worked at, I was building a casino.
Yeah.
That's how I dealt with working at the tribal nation. But that led to some other work out there also, not just the casino. That's how it works. And it's good.
I love that.
Because we did great work.
Okay. Instructor training. And this is a little bit different today. And I want to tell y'all before I even get started about an article that I read a while back. And it talks about emotional intelligence. And it says the people that make the most money in this world understand emotional intelligence. Their EQ is high. They can look at people and tell something's wrong. They can talk to people and tell by their body language, that went over very well, or I need to change my approach. But you need to teach apprentices how to read people. Now, this is one of the most overlooked skills in the trades, teaching apprentices how to read people. Everybody teaches how to glue pipe, how to land a breaker, but almost nobody teaches the soft skills, the human skills that prevent conflict, win customers, and build trust. Guys, reading people is what it's all about. Reading tone, reading stress, reading uncertainty, reading when someone needs reassurance or when they want you to hurry up and move along a little faster, or maybe when they're just testing whether you know what you're doing or not. I was in a Dar Man video, and this old guy walks in the bathroom. He's talking to the plumber. Says, "Man, what are you doing?" He's in there watching a video of me fixing a toilet. He says, "You're watching a video to learn how to fix a toilet?" And it's like, well, a tech who can read people prevents half the problems that lead to rework or callbacks. A foreman that can read people solves your crew issues before they really become a big problem. Apprentices who learn this early, they grow faster because they understand how they're doing things, what they're saying, whatever it is, how it affects other people. So they do grow faster because they're not just doing tasks, they're developing emotional intelligence on the job site. And guys, if they can develop it on the job site, or if you even teach them what it was, look, I didn't know what emotional intelligence was until probably 10, 15 years ago.
So we didn't really call it that in the field
No.
necessarily at all. Didn't ever think of it that way.
No, but there's books written on it.
Yep. This makes me think of, like, I had this welder and this apprentice one time. He couldn't figure out why this welder just started yelling at him first thing in the morning while he's trying to do something simple or something. He's like, dude, like, I just asked him to like move over or something. Like, what's the deal? Oh, you don't really talk to that guy for the first hour of work.
Right.
Why? He is not a morning person. I said, you'll notice if I ever go talk to that guy in the morning, it's because I have to tell him something that changed, but I'm very quick. I'm out. He does not like being talked to. You've got to learn it. He's a very closed person. He does his work. He's serious about it, but he does not want to communicate for the first hour of work. Then, great, happy-go-lucky guy. But that first hour, oh no, do not. And he's like, boss, not even my wife talks to me. I don't care. I ain't your wife. You're going to have to listen to me.
Yeah, I've got to tell you this change, because
quick.
if you keep going that direction, you're going the wrong direction.
That's it. It's like, look, I'll be quick. Here's how I'll handle you. Great. That works. Okay, good. You have to learn to read people and how to adjust, because everybody really is different. And guess what? We were required to start at 6 a.m. He's not an early bird. That's fine. Let's see how we can work together on this. And you've got to make some of those adjustments. But teach your apprentices this so that they learn everybody's different too, and how to handle the different personalities that are out there.
But people can change too. Okay.
Yes.
Randy said he's not an early bird.
Yep.
Randy, when you were young, was I an early bird?
Nope.
Did I want to get out of bed?
Nope.
Did I kick, scream, and argue if you came in and said, hey, it's time to get out of bed?
Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah. And
What
he
you
was
doing
in high
in
school,
my
and I'm like, are you getting up? Yeah, you are.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get up. You got a job. Oh, okay. Guess I
He
did.
say that. Am I fine? Don't go to work then. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold
Okay,
on.
wait. Forgot
Hold
I got a job that I like. I better get up.
Yep.
But guys, now, I mean, this morning, I think I was up at 5 o'clock. I was up about an hour before the alarm went off.
I
I'm
was
like,
up at 3.
yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm awake, ready to go. Yeah. Well, I was awake most of the night because of the storms. But you know what? It is what it is. You guys remember, we talk about this all the time about different personalities and different styles and the way we communicate with each other. But the best instructors that can integrate people reading into their training, they are building leaders. They're not just building workers. They are building people that understand, hey, the world's not just me, it's other people. And I've got to learn to communicate with them, talk to them, help them. Sometimes it's just, hey, there was a change last night that you aren't aware of yet. Do you want to know about it or not? No. Okay, then you're going the wrong direction. Bye. Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What changed?
Yeah, it can't frustrate you going from this high intelligence question from somebody to this apprentice asking this very simple, basic thing. Guess what? Don't let that bug you. Everybody's there. Everybody's in a different place. Learn to read that, and don't let that adjust you either, because you've got to be able to adjust for different personalities, like you said.
All right, we're gonna get into specialty.
One of your favorites here.
I know. Solar is one of the fastest growing specialties in the trades. Right now, guys, it is. And it's becoming more complex every year. You're not just attaching panels to the roof, you're integrating electrical systems, safety controls, waterproofing, grounding grids, thermal expansion, planning, fire code compliance, structural engineering. It takes every bit of that. And roofers who understand solar details instantly earn higher value. Electricians who master the rapid shutdown systems and the conduit routing command premium rates. Plumbers who understand roof penetrations and sealing techniques, and I mean sealing off, not sealing like sealing, they become invaluable on solar-ready homes. And guys, I'm telling you, solar homes are going to be built. There are going to be neighborhoods that are, hey, look, we're putting enough solar panels on the roof that this is a net zero electrical house. Yep. If they're not doing it already, they're stupid. If they're not installing tankless water heaters, if they're not installing remote leak detection systems, I say, you know what? When you build a house nowadays, install every freaking thing in the world that's available, because 10 years from now, it's a dinosaur. But solar's no longer optional knowledge. It's mainstream. It's what we talk about all the freaking time. And the tradespeople that understand it now are the ones who will dominate next year, next 5 years, next 15, 20 years. Because guys, if you're not on it and looking ahead, you're getting behind.
Go ahead.
Comments real quick. The monument ends one, or the moment ends one. Big issue with air on site comes from all the other trades. I know it's never us. It's all the other trades. I love that. Construction Cronies Chris says, all right, we got the call. Have to head out. Have a great day, Roger. Thanks, Henry and chat.
Good day,
guys. Chris, y'all be safe. Y'all be good. And the moment ends. Thank you both for being in here. Appreciate it. We're going to roll into social media spotlight now in the metal roofing channel. Today's spotlight goes to the metal roofing channel because these guys have built one of the most trusted educational hubs for metal roofing online. The content is clean, direct, and packed with real job site footage. They break down standing seam installations, panel failures, underlayment misconceptions, fastener pullout problems, all with a level of transparency that homeowners and contractors appreciate. But what is their biggest strength? They show the problems that nobody else shows. Real leaks, real damage, real mistakes. Now, Roofing Insights does that sometimes. But here they also teach exactly how to avoid them. If you want to level up in roofing, or if you want to learn how to build an educational content brand, this channel is doing things great. Randy, why did you pick the metal roofing channel?
Man, I found one. This is more of a manufacturer's channel, Sheffield Metals. But they host, learn everything that you'll ever need to know about metal roofing here on the Metal Roofing channel, presented by Sheffield Metals. And I like to see that. Started back in 2017, just under 50,000 subscribers, almost 600 videos now with over 7 million views. So they're definitely doing some really good things. We always know that I'm always struggling on here to kind of find us a good roofing channel to go with. And this is a little small, been going for some years now. I think it's really cool. Here's the checkout though. Go to the oldest, how it really got started. Project Showcase, Sheffield Metals. Sorry about that. Owensville Residence Project, Sheffield Metals. They're going through showing off their work. And this is something that we talked about pretty regular on here is if you're in the trade, show off your work. If you're a manufacturer, show off your products. And they have some regular people that are on here that actually film some of their jobs and things like that, their installs. So they get this footage. Drone footage we're talking about a lot on here, guys. And that's what most of these are, some good drone footage of the projects of the roofing that they did. Now, some of the popular stuff, how to install a standing seam metal roof from start to finish. It's a 39-minute video with over 700,000 views from 4 years ago. Definitely some good things. And people want to see that whole project installation video, that beginning to end, the full transformation. It's what we call transformational videos because they get to see it, deconstruct it, tear out the old, install the new, and then show that comparison at the end. That's your big payoff in those type of videos. 7 common problems of a metal roof. This is huge because most people, like the way Dad got started on his channel originally, was teaching homeowners how to fix simple things. Here's some common problems that happen. A lot of these videos will get me sometimes on recent purchases that I've never had, like zero turn mower. Oh, here's 5 of the top problems people usually have or issues that they don't know. Man, I'm going to watch those. Why? Because I've never done that. If you've got a metal roof, you're going to want to know the problems to look out for. Metal roofing versus shingle roofing. So if you're in the market for a new roof, you're going to create some videos for things like that. Now let's check out what they've been doing here lately. Price isn't everything. How Sheffield adds value beyond the lowest quote. Okay. That's what it's about. Like, and we talk about that a lot. You don't want to be the cheapest guy, but you want to show how you bring value to your customers, especially when it comes to quoting things like that. Metal roofing, we answer the web's most Googled questions. It's a great one to do occasionally. We ought to do something like that on here, maybe. Stop wasting money on freight, bundle sheet and coil orders. So doing some different things for the business side of it, stuff like that. Then over here on shorts, let's see what we've got on the popular side. Joining two valleys at the peak of a standing seam roof, teaching you how that seam actually gets made, and you make that to where it does not leak.
Which is a big deal.
Huge deal. What's the difference between OSB and probably plywood? Yep, and plywood. Very good. See, look at me. Why is metal roofing butyl tape sealant? Okay, you're just learning some different things about how everything seals, how everything overlaps and overlays to keep everything leak free on an installation, guys. So definitely something different, not our standard roofing that we usually look at. Metal roofs, standing seam roofs, kind of like some other people we know, man.
Looking at different things.
Doing some cool things. That's it, guys. Metal roofing channel.
And it works. And look, I love metal roofing. What is it? Architectural sheet metal 101. You just talk to them all the freaking time about what they do and how they do it. Neat stuff. Okay, we're going to roll into best practices. What are the daily for? We will wrap up with this today because it's a simple question that can transform how you work. First, document everything. Photos, notes, pressure readings, measurements. Anything you can document, pictures, before, during, after. They save you from liability and they protect your reputation. Second, review your schedule. Review it before the day starts. Know where you're going. Know what you need. Know what's expected. Now, some companies don't give you a schedule. They're like, well, you just go to that first call and make it last all day. Because, I mean, to be honest, guys, as a plumber, an HVAC tech, or an electrician, probably with any house you walked into, you could make it your last job. If you do a serious 360-degree inspection, say, hey, I found 4 other problems. You want to know about them or not? And they're like, yeah. Okay, you got this, this, and this. Guys, let them know. Third, communicate proactively with your customers. And I said proactively, so think about that. Communicate with your customers in a way that they get, they understand. Learn that emotional intelligence we talked about a while ago. But communicate with them and your team so nothing becomes a surprise. If you're communicating with the people that you're working with, if you're communicating with the people you're working for, man, everybody's going to be happy. And then the big one, finally, debrief at the end of the day. What issues did you have? What slowed you down? What frustrated you? What can you not do tomorrow that slowed you down today? Or what can you completely eliminate from tomorrow? Guys, these 4 habits, that they're compounding. They make you work cleaner. They make you work faster. They make you more profitable. And most importantly, they can build a career that you can be proud of. And you can ask Randy about this. I told him this when he first got in the trade. Look, that name that you've got, that follows you around forever. Would I let you get a job in the union when you first got out of school? When you came to me and says, hey, I want a job. I want to go to the union. What did I say?
No.
Why not?
You're not ready.
Were you ready?
I wasn't.
but you didn't want to hear that. You were upset about it.
That's it. I went open shop for a bit. I still applied.
You bet.
I was on the list waiting. 54. That's how many apprentices I had to wait to get in there before I could. And then I got my call. Then I screwed it up. During my apprenticeship at one point, I got fired, canned, lost the house. Got a good reset. Learned a quick lesson. Ooh, okay. Don't make that mistake again. Here we go. Let's actually be serious about this because this is a career. It's not just a job. Don't treat it like a job. That's the big takeaway that helped change that setting. So be ready for it. And it is a career. Like, it's one of my best tips for a lot of people that are just getting in and stuff. It's like, you know, what's some good things here? Don't call it a job. It's a career. You are entering a whole new lifestyle. This is what you're going to proceed forward with.
It's a career. It's a profession.
That's it.
It's
No
big.
matter what trade you're in,
Yep.
man, enjoy it. Love it. I love building things with my hands. That's why I think I enjoyed it so much.
You can say, I'm a landscaper. It's not professional. It's not a profession. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. If you do it right, it is.
Sure.
If you just go out there, it's like, it's just grass. We're just mowing. Okay.
I see some beautiful yards.
Oh, I know. You and me both.
I'm jealous of because I can't landscape that way, but I do pretty good. But man, there's some amazing guys out there. Love it.
Guys, this video is sponsored by Residential Service Professionals. If you want to learn best practices that can help your company grow, like we just talked about, if you need accountability, if you need coaching, if you need a business operating system, whatever you need, Residential Service Professionals can help you get there. It can help you get it. If you want to learn about the business operating system, the coaching, the training, the education, the people behind it that have actually grown and started and scaled companies like you're doing. But you don't want to be in a best practice group that's going to handcuff you where, oh, well, we need you to change your name, your brand, your colors. There's marketing companies out there that say, yeah, you need to start YouTube. You need to start a web page. You need to do all this. Then when you go to leave, they're like, oh, well, we own all that. We started it for you. Get away from that crap. If you're in a best practice group now and you feel handcuffed, walk away. Walk away and build the company you always wanted to build. You've learned things. You're doing things good. Or you've got a company and you're not doing things good. You don't have systems and processes doing the things that you need done. Guys, residentialserviceprofessionals.com. And we do what we do because of something that I started doing 7.5 years ago. I started doing YouTube. At 54, can you imagine at 54 looking at people and they say, what do you do? I laugh. I still do. When people look at me and say, so what do you do? I'm like, I'm a YouTuber. And they're like, what? I said, I know. Guys, it's crazy. But
you don't look like no YouTuber.
I know. You don't look like Mr. Beast. I'm not. You don't look like Jenny Hoyos. I'm not. I'm Roger the plumber. They laugh at me because when I walk on stage, I still say, look, guys, I'm Roger Wakefield. I'm just a plumber. But look what I've done. And if I can do it, any of you can do it. I'm serious. I walked into a conference and learned that YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. So I'm going to ask you, if you try to be found on Google, why aren't you trying to be found on YouTube? Because I hate to tell you this, Google, that #1 search engine, owns YouTube, that #2 search engine. So guys, if you want to learn how to get found on the second largest search engine in the world, go to justmattroger.com. I've got a free webinar. I'm just teaching you that you don't need a lot of fancy equipment. You don't need a lot of followers. You don't need a lot of views, but you need to get started. Go to justmattroger.com. It's the best place to get started.
That's it. And everybody, we'd also like to thank LeakPro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks, where we get to build the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. And I'm always talking about the complete kit. It comes with everything that you need. It's what we call the business in a box. You've got that probe for that meter to the home service. It's super durable for probing in and out of the ground. You're running into rocks, whatever, it can handle it. If there's concrete, asphalt, sidewalks, anything like that above the leak, though, you're going to want the sidekick that comes in that kit. It's the pistol grip style with an aluminum rod, which eliminates that layer of concrete or asphalt so that you can hear the leak going on underneath it. Check out the complete kit at our website, leak.pro. If you're not familiar with how to do leak detection, though, give me a call. I offer a 2-day in-person training. We'll teach you the process. I have a training center out there. We'll physically run you through 30 to 50 leaks so you can be a pinpoint locator, because by the end of the 2 days, you'll be within 12 inches every time you mark a leak. That's what we teach here. Teach you how to locate the lines, pinpoint locate the leaks under the slab, outside of the slab, even how to figure out where a sewer system's leaking, all from the clean out outside of the home. So if you're a plumber ready to bring leak detection in-house, give me a call, 8888 LeakPro, or visit the website, leak.pro, and book me for a Zoom call there.
Guys, it works. Getting the right tools is great. Knowing how to use them with confidence, that's what makes you a professional. Jeremy Rivard says, add the timestamp function from your phone for your photos too. Absolutely. Yeah, that is such a big deal, Jeremy. Guys, look, it's pre-Friday.
Friday,
It's Thirsty Thursday.
Eve.
Remember tomorrow when you wake up, when you're on your way in, you've probably got a lot of fun stuff going on this weekend, but think about where you're at tomorrow. Think about the job site, the people working around you, that your life and your people's lives depend on you all doing things right. Whatever you're wanting to do this weekend, the people that you're going to see, you want to make sure you're alive to make it. Spend tomorrow thinking about what you're doing, not what you're going to be doing this weekend. Get home safe. That way you can enjoy that weekend. Whatever you do out there today, do it safe and hit it effing hard.
If yeah, everybody, happy freaking Thursday. I hope to see y'all in here tomorrow for a fun Friday, guys. We'll see y'all then. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.